Yeah, I think one more thing I just want to quickly mention is this group, finding the right partners sometimes really helps us get going because everybody has unique skills and expertise. So that's what I've been trying. I found, a couple of partners in one of the calls, and then I also partnered with Irvin on two deals, one in Quebec and Nova Scotia, which I would have
Yeah.
never thought of getting.
Right.
And I actually have put it, I'm very close to having a buyer for the Nova Scotia one. So that
Right.
could be a very, very quick deal. And the
Hold on.
Quebec one,
You might have buyers for the Nova Scotia deal.
that's the whole reason I got into it. On the call last week, when he was talking about that, I was
Yeah.
actually distracted, but I heard one thing about what you guys were talking, and then it was basically about timber. And
Right.
I have a partner I'm working with, and he's a farmer, and it's two people. One is a
Yeah.
farmer, one is into the whole timber sales and everything. So
Yeah.
he has suppliers and everything for that, and that's what really made me jump on this deal. So hopefully by next week on this call, I can
Yeah.
confirm if that is going to go through.
Wow. So you're in the middle of putting together a wholesale deal. On last week's call, one of our other students came to this call and he was talking about a deal, and you heard him talking about it and you reached out to him. You didn't even know him. And here we are. I think you found a buyer and you're probably going to close the deal.
Very likely. I will know next week.
Wow. 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 Congratulations, man. I'm so proud of you, bro. Like that, dude, that's so exciting.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Yeah, man. So yeah, keep us posted. Please come back, let us know how it goes. And let me ask you a question. How much is the assignment fee on that deal?
Well, we are not 100% sure. At the minimum, it'll be 20K. But it all depends on what my buyer thinks it's going to be worth. It might be a
Right,
lot worth a lot more than what we think it is.
right.
So we might be able to get a bigger chunk. And this is my buyer, so I can ask him to directly pay us without having to go through the complications. So yeah,
Right. Okay,
it's
okay,
at the
let's talk
minimum
about
20K.
that. Okay, let's talk about that for a second because you're about to make a $20,000 assignment fee, and the speed at which we can wholesale is unmatched because what you just said is you know the buyer personally, and that's what people join this network to join for, is to like know the buyers personally. But in this case, you're saying the buyer's going to give you the deposit directly to you without going through the banks and everything, like and waiting till closing? Is that what you just said?
He has cash. The whole thing is his. So the suppliers for him, he said that's what he's confirming this week. So his
Yeah,
suppliers, he said if he has the right people for the distribution of the timber, he's
yeah,
gonna get deposits from them.
yeah.
So and he's gonna know whether he's gonna be able
Right.
to buy it next week. So it's gonna be pretty much a cash transaction or something like that. Like
Wow, wow. So this means that you could pretty much get paid in like a week or 2 weeks.
potentially, very likely. Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Where are you based right now?
I'm in Ontario,
Okay, and
uh,
where is the property based?
in Nova Scotia.
So that's like 2,000 kilometers away?
Yeah, and guess what? The person
Yeah,
who bought the deal here to
yeah.
this call is in British Columbia.
Okay, so we have one person who's in British Columbia, which is above Seattle for anybody international watching. That's like on the west coast of Canada. You're right above New York in Toronto, and the property is like on the eastern coast, I don't know, above Vermont in the United States. Is that correct?
No, Nova Scotia in Canada.
Okay, but it's above Vermont. So like
About yeah, yeah,
Scotia, but
About Maine, kind
so
of.
it's
Yeah,
like we're literally you, people from across the country are coming together to remotely wholesale this deal, and because you know the buyers, it seems like you're probably going to get paid in the next like week or two.
yeah, and I have to double check, but I think he was saying his
So
distributor suppliers are in Pakistan or something like that. So,
okay, so get
so it
this. So
might
get
be an
this.
international deal
So
that is happening
I know, and then the buyers are in Pakistan.
potentially. Yeah, that's what he said. I think. Yeah.
Okay, so get this. I know Arvin because I personally signed him up into the student who you're working with. How much real estate experience does he have before this?
Nothing.
Zero. He absolutely zero. Like you are a real estate agent, and this proves how every real estate agent should also be a wholesaler. So your story is a little bit different, but he has zero experience. Do you know how much he put as a deposit on this deal?
Uh, Zero.
Zero. $0 invested as a deposit. Just imagine how crazy that is to be able to get, how much is the property value?
About 400K.
Okay, a $400,000 piece of inventory. What other strategy in real estate, in business, can you go out with zero experience? He signed up a week ago. He's only been to like 2 or 3 coaching calls so far. What other strategy in real estate can you go from having zero experience, using zero money, and having a $400,000 piece of inventory that you're wholesaling in less than a month? Can anybody name a strategy? I didn't think so. Wholesaling. Um, so that's mind blowing, bro. I'm so excited. That's so exciting to hear.
Yeah, this will be one of a deal if it happens this quick. And the whole reason I've gotten into this is because I just happen to know the buyer and I happen to be on the call that day. So
Yeah, you got to show up. That's what this community is for. This community is for people who want to come together and put their brains to, it's called a mastermind. We put our minds together and we all collectively get better at the same time. It's not just me up here talking about the wholesaling I did and trying to teach you guys. It's all of us bringing each other together. That dude, I'm so excited, man. That's so exciting.
right. Thank you. Then.
Yes, sir. So one thing, Giddy, I just want to say one thing.
Mhm.
So Arvin got into wholesaling about a week or two ago. Like he's so fresh. He got his first deal in the first week practically. Now, you though, it doesn't work like that for everybody. Like, how long did it take you to catch momentum? Because I want everybody who's getting started to hear this and understand that, yeah, you can get a deal in a week, but I also don't want people to get discouraged because sometimes I set an unrealistic expectation. If I just talk about the guy that did a deal in a week, how long did it take you until you got into momentum and started getting properties under contract and doing this?
Yeah, well, I had a slight bit of experience getting the contracts because I was trying to do that before I got into the group. But
Yeah,
realistically, I would say about 3 months before I actually started putting the work into practice and started getting things under contract and so forth.
yeah,
And in my case, I was focusing more on the real estate side of things, getting my license and those kind of things. So, yeah, but primarily, I would say 3 months, even if you don't have a deal in 3 months, it's all about the work you do and what you learn from those experiences that matters. So don't have to be discouraged if you don't
yeah,
have a deal. It's like for me, first couple of deals I got under contract, and then it didn't go through. So I learned from that in terms of what could be done differently. But even
right,
getting those things under contract was very encouraging. Having that experience, going out and talking to them, and one of
right,
them actually got it to another agent, working with an agent. So yeah,
right,
everything is an experience, but the main thing is to continuously put in the effort. uh, you will get the results. There's no reason not to get the results. But if don't show up, don't do the work, like you said, go do the work, go do
right.
the mistakes, learn from that. That's what it is.
Thank you, man. So it took you about 3 months. So everybody who's new, who's looking at getting started or just getting started, it could take anywhere from a week, which it did for Arvin, and he's looking like he's probably making a 20 grand, or a couple months, 3, 4, maybe even me. I want to share a little story. When I got started, I had already done 5,000 Burr style renovations. I had a construction company where we would renovate 200 to 300 units at a time, like whole high-rise buildings. And I had developed, as a developer, multiple houses on the west side, no, multiple dozens of houses on the west side of Vancouver. So done 9 figures in real estate transactions. And when I wanted to learn how to wholesale, I was in a really tough financial position. I had had a great run for years, and then I literally got wiped out in one fell swoop, and I had to start from scratch. And so I was looking at ways to build my cash flow and get going again, but I had a massive ego. I was like, I wanted to learn wholesaling, but everybody that was teaching it was like a 16-year-old kid in their mom's basement. And you know, me, Mr. like 9 figures in real estate transaction, there was no way I was going to listen to some kid about how to do this. I thought I could go to YouTube and figure it out on my own. So I went to YouTube and I tried, and I wasted 7 months and $70,000 on marketing, and I had a team doing everything for me, and it was just, and it wasn't until I after 7 months of trying to do it with YouTube and trying to like get everybody else to do everything for me, hiring cold callers and this and that, I basically ran out of money. The last money I had, I said, I'm gonna invest into a coach. And I hired like literally a kid that weighed 100 pounds who just moved out of his mom's basement. His whole story was like, yeah, last year I lived in my mom's basement. I wholesaled 10 houses and now I own, you know, like whatever, all this stuff. So I'm like, brought my ego down, signed up to his coaching. It was 30,000 US dollars. And then two things happened. I got a coach and then I stopped trying to hire everybody else to do everything for me. I picked up the phones and I started dialing. And as soon as I started dialing, I had a deal probably, you know, a month later myself. And I made $37,000 on that deal. So um, if the road isn't just instant for you, just know that some people they get deals instantly and other people it takes longer, but just never give up. That's the whole point.